so composite functions is another type of operation on functions. So we know how to add, subtract, multiply, divide. This is new. So the new thing is you're going to have a function within a function. So how it's normally written, so here's an example, but let me just talk about just in general, right? In general speaking, you're going to have an outer function and an inner function. So let's just say here, I have an outer function, I'm going to call it f, and an outer function has, an input, right? And then within that outer function is going to be an inner function. So let me just call that g, right? And always within a function, there's something that you put inside of it. So whether you call it x, or whether you put a number 2, or you put x minus h, or whatever you put in there, it is what it is. But the main idea here is that this is the outer function. This is called the outer, and this is called the inner. Because it's inner, and this is outer. And if you remember order of operations, you always want to work from inside the parentheses and move outwards. So it's the same story. So you always want to start from within and then move out. So here, the main idea is start looking at the inner function first. So you always do the inner function. So you're going to evaluate the inner function first. You're going to figure out what that is. And whatever that spits out, right? Whatever it spits out or outputs, then you apply it to the outer function. So in terms of analogy, I mentioned earlier that when I was pregnant, right, I would think of this is like the mom and this is like the baby, right? Everyone likes to look at the babies first, right? Once you guys become moms or parents, like you realize like your identity is like secondary, and they're like, oh, what a cute baby, but they totally forget about you, right? So everyone looks at the baby first, which is normal. So they look at the baby and then they feed the baby, right? The baby gets fed something, and the baby ends up like pooping it out or like spitting it out, right? Whatever it is, it outputs whatever it just ate, and then whatever it just ate gets given to the mom, right? So the mom always gets the leftovers or or like the trash dispenser. The mom then gets to eat whatever is given to her or him. So here, start looking at the inner function first. So this is how it's normally written. The other way, it's written another way too. There's a different notation. Or the other way that's written is this. It would be written as F, and then it would have an open circle. So it doesn't mean multiplication. It's an open circle, like a circle like this. No, it's not multiplication. F composite G, right? So this means composite. This is F composite G, F composite G. And then they would write it, normally they might put parentheses around this, and then they write down what the input is. So whether the input's going to be X or W or strawberry or whatever it is that you give the baby, right? So it could be written either way. They mean exactly the same thing. So let's look at this example. So this example here, what's the outer function? Q. Q is the outer function. And what is the inner function? R. Right? So Q is outer, and R is the inner. Who do you look at first? R. You always look at the inner. So ignore mama, ignore the outside. Look at the inside. What is R for? You're going to feed the baby the number 4. So you feed the baby the number 4, what do you get?
18.
Good. 18. 4 squared plus 2 will give you 18, right? When you feed the baby spits out 18, right? So here, you have Q of 18 inside. So the baby regurgitates out an 18, and it's like, here, mama, gift for you. I remember once when I was, my baby was really young, in the middle of the night, I'm like trying to sleep, and my son goes, Mommy? I'm like, yes, and he's so sweet. Mommy? Yes, I have something to tell you. Yes, honey. I put a booger in your ear. I'm like, oh my God. But like the sweetest voice, like it was like a gift for me, right? I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay, so Q of 18. So now the 18 is now given to the mother function or the outer function. You put the 18 inside the mother function. What do you get when you plug the 18 in?
Negative parentheses minus 1.
Right. Negative 18 minus 1. You could put parentheses negative 18 minus 1. What do we get as a result?
Negative 19.
Right, negative 19. So this composite function, the answer is negative 19. Yes?
So the first equation is the output?
The outer.
The, what's it called? A negative x minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the output equation?
They're both outputs.
But
So
then
they're
what-
both functions that spit something out.
But why didn't you plug in the 4 on the top and you went and plugged in the 18?
Great, because the 4 is only applied to the inner function.
Oh.
So the 4, great question, the 4 is only applied to the inner function. The inner function will output something, and then that output will be given to the mother function,
Okay.
and the mother function will spit out something else. Does my class make you want to become parents?
No.
That was not I was not hoping for that answer. All right, so thank you, Andrew.